Je veux que vous écoutez à la musique de Gypsy City.
It all started in El Paso. I mean, that's where I'm from. Although I was born in Los Angeles, El Paso is where I spent my life. From kindergarten to the start of high school. My mother relocated me and my brother so that we wouldn't be caught up in the gang life that was becoming the way of life in LA. Chuco Town. That's where I fell in love with God and hip hop. I'm MC Nice. Yo, I used to watch others and have all these ideas when cooking on how I would blend seasonings. Now on May 20th, the world gets to try mines. Nice blend, Valitos discovered the world of taste. It's a flavor alert. What's up, good peoples? That's right. Welcome to, Nice the Music Mentor. It's going down today. We covered a lot of things last week, and this week we're going to cover, some more things, and we're going to dive into some really good marketing tips, and just in this case, music checklist for an artist. So if you're an independent artist and you haven't really, developed how to release some stuff, well, we're going to get into it, but let me just give you some background on me. I'm a 30-year music veteran, been in the music business for over 30 years. I'm a multi-platinum producer, songwriter, performer. I produced everybody from Tupac to Nas. Was on the motion picture soundtrack to Crash, did 5 Million, did Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I started with the first Latin rap group in the history of rap music that hit the Billboard charts called The Lighter Shade of Brown. Transitioned into acting. And you might have seen me on The Rookie, 911 Lone Star, Rookie Feds, The Connors, Ravens Home, on Disney, The Jammies, which is what the trailer I just played you. So we doing some good things. I'm also a best-selling author, man. So I talk about this, Music Release University. So if you're releasing music or you know somebody that's releasing music, get them this book. It's going to help them. It's going to help them, and they release tremendously. Music Release University. That's for real. And then I dropped another book called Songwriting Secrets. So if you're not a songwriter and you want to learn how to write songs, here I dive deep into how to write a song. We discover who you are, and then you write, and then we figure out at the end that you could write music. So just a little background on me, man, and we're gonna jump into it. Let me look at some comments real quick before I get started. Emily Ballhouse in the building. That's right. She's taking notes, is what she says. Marcelo Lopez is in the building. How you doing? Yeah, so we're gonna get into some great things today, and let's do a recap real quick. So last week, we talked about some things. Where here's the list. The week prior to, I talked about the 10 important things you must do before releasing any music. There's a 10 things. And if you don't have this list, Nice the Music Mentor at Gmail. You can write me and I'll send it to you. But if you don't write Nice the Music Mentor at Gmail, you're not getting that list. Also, we talked about split sheets. And for those that were unaware of the split sheets, and I went over that in full detail last week. I'll be dropping these videos a little later, with all the shows so that you can go back and watch. And then we talked about ISRC codes. And in the ISRC codes, I tell you where to get it. I explain that. We'll drop that episode a little later. And then we went into artist checklist, right? So one of the things that I talked about was establishing a vision, doing the research, outlining your goals, creating a plan, and understanding your brand, and then write and create some awesome music. So, this is just recapping real quick. So then we started with how to establish a vision. I gave you some real good details on that. Then we went into, did you do the research? Now that you've established the vision, did you do the research? And then after you do the research, did you come up with a plan? Communication, goals, strategy. Like, this is all really important to creating a successful release. And then outline the goals. So your vision check, research check, outline the goals, fantastic. And then created a plan. And from there, I'm just recapping. So if I'm going pretty quick, then you'll catch the previous shows. Then also we had, we talked about branding. You are the brand. And then we went into about creating, good music. You see what I'm saying? So that was the checklist from then. So if you, like I said, if you missed it, nice, the music mentor at Gmail. You can do that. Also, real quick, if you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, hit the notification so that at the end of the day, when I do come up, because this is pretty quick, it normally goes anywhere between 25 and 30 minutes. I try not to take up your time, but I try to give you some real information, and that's what's really important. And today we're going into the second, I'm taking the list short, I'm micro in the list, so it doesn't hit you all at once, but give you some good stuff. So today we're going to talk about these things. You see the green check marks. The green check marks is what you've already done. So now we're moving on to the next phase. Registered on all social media platforms and freemium music platforms. We're going to talk about, did you take some great photos or taking some great photos? And then creating a website. And then keep in mind that websites still matter. And do you have a solid bio? And then we're going to talk about album artwork or single artwork. We probably won't get into the EPK until the next week because that's going to take a little more defining and definition to get into. But we're gonna start with the things with being registered on all social media platforms. Did you know? I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but 4.89 billion. There's 4.89 billion. Would it be social media users worldwide? Think about that. You have access to 4.89 billion. Not that you reach them all, but that's the access. So my goal has always been to, how can I reach 0.5%? Not 1%, 0.5%. And guess what that relatively means? Over 20 million users, right? So if I can reach out to 20 million users, I think I'm having a pretty good launch, or just a pretty good career, period. So at the end of the day, there's 4.89 billion users in the world, and if you target it, make it a goal to reach only 0.5%, not 1%, not 3%, not 10%, 0.5, you're gonna reach over 20 million. How many records does it take to go platinum? You know what I'm saying? It take 1 million records to go platinum. So your goal is to reach 0.5% of 4.89 billion people, which is 20 million. It only takes 1 million to go platinum. So even you can take that number even lower to 0.3 or 0.2. You know what I mean? But you're still going to have you got a big pool to play in. And that's the thing about understanding social media in that platform. Not just, they're the popular ones or this, that, and the third. It's all about saturation and getting yourself, put in a situation to where you can be saturated. So yeah, we're talking about 0.5%, and we're talking about social media. Are you registered? These are just a few. You see X is there, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, the Gram, and then Telegram, and then WhatsApp, and then, there's a bunch of social media out there. Let me see, somebody has a question, or they might be chiming in. Chief, I had 100,000. Oh, this is what Emily says. If I had 100,000, I'd be doing pretty good. 20 million is a nice number, though, ain't it? It is a nice number, and the beauty about that is you can lower your goal. Your goal can be 0.3%, and you're still gonna be in the millions. So I'm with you on that. If I had 100,000, I'd be pretty good too. I'd be doing pretty well. So 20 million, yeah, yes, indeed, that is definitely a nice number. So, like I said, are you registered? And this is just some of the sites, And then here's more. How many are really tapped into Last FM? If you're not, that's a pretty significant situation. How many people have profiles on LinkedIn? If you're not, you should, because you're a business, right? You're a brand, right? How many people are on, like there's one called Orchid. You don't even know if you can get on, but why not try? Because there's different countries, there's different sites for different countries all over the world. And if you can tap into that, now you've given yourself access to the world, And let me tap into another question here. 100,000 buyers, so I guess I need more. Oh, let me see what she says. 100,000 buyers, so I guess I need more than 100,000 to make that money. No, actually, the numbers show that you only need 1,000 committed. Like 1,000 committed people will set you up real strong to win. So focus on the 1,000, not the 100,000. And once you get the 1,000, then it trickles down from there. So top social media platforms in 2024. You see here, it's not my research, it's their research, which is the internet, which is the marketing companies and the platforms that go out. So the top social media platforms, as you see, is Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is important. Snapchat, Pinterest. Anybody on Pinterest? If you don't have boards on Pinterest, and boards, these mood boards can be your album, your art, how you feel, what you think. And guess what? People go and like that. They go and like the boards, and there's millions upon millions upon millions of users over at Pinterest. And if you don't have a Pinterest account, shame on you. Not just kidding. Go get you a Pinterest account and make yourself available in that, so because that's very, very, very important. Also, X, formerly known as Twitter, is still relevant, even though it's got its issues, but it's still a relevant platform for putting your brand out there. Keep in mind, this is all about putting yourself in places where you can be made aware, because as an artist, you want people to know you exist. So why not delve into the platforms that are really, got the traffic? You want to go where the traffic is, know where it's at. Reddit, that's Serena Williams' husband. He owned that. But that's also a very, very big platform for whatever genre you in. They have situations for that, rooms for that, pages for that. Go on over there. Create an account, man. I'm just telling you, these are all free, by the way. Even LinkedIn is free, even though you want to get the custom. It costs whatever it costs per month, but it's still free. You know what I'm saying? And then Q, go over to Q, get an account. Here I put on the side the 10 most used social media platforms. If you look to the right, WhatsApp is number 1, 5.6 million. Facebook, 5.2 million. Instagram, 5.2 million. TikTok, 4.7 million. Even though TikTok is one of those determining factors for launching new artists, but it's basically trends on, if you got a cool dance, you want to go viral, come up with a dance. Real talk. Come up with a dance, and then everybody, something that people can read, or something that's complicated, that's got 1,000 moves to it, and then everybody's going to be attempting to do the moves, and you'll see. Facebook Messenger, I don't really use that, but hey, 4 million, I might have to look into it. Twitter, 3 million. LinkedIn, I told you, LinkedIn, 3.4 million. And guess what LinkedIn allows you to do? It allows you to post. It allows you to, how are you feeling today? You know what I'm saying? These are the thoughts from MC Nice today. So LinkedIn is very, very important, as a business and as an honor, as an artist. Business, artist, brand, LinkedIn, that is a very important piece. So I advise y'all to go and get LinkedIn accounts. I know it don't sound like you should, but you should. Telegram, I'm a part of the community, so it definitely works, and the group chat's amazing, and the bandwidth on that is really incredible. Snapchat, I haven't really been on Snapchat ever since they changed the filters around, but I heard they bought Voicey, so I might have to go on over to Snapchat just so I can use the Voicey filter. Because when I want to feel like I'm Michael Jackson, or what I mean, one of these top-notch singers, and and whatnot. Pinterest, go to Pinterest. 2.1 million users. I'm telling y'all, Pinterest is a hidden gem. If you can come up with some creative move boards and not overly promote you as an artist, but promote your thoughts, promote what you like, that's how you're gonna win people over. So my thing is, social media platforms, please register and go and look at all the others, whether it's Q, whether it's Last FM, whether it's Swarm or Periscope or all of these other platforms. Just go register. And I'm gonna tell you why it's important. It's important because the thing about it is, you create a digital footprint. You create a digital footprint. You see, so imagine if you registered on 100 freemium sites, right? When they Google your name, whether it's Emily or Marcella or whomever, you get 100 pings. So the more sites you're on, the more you'll ping, and the more information comes up about you, which means, as a person that's researching you, I'm gonna go, oh, this person is everywhere. Like, you're on everything, everywhere. I remember when I got a brand deal, one of the things was like, oh, we seen you on the Our Stage platform. I was like, oh yeah, and my brain going, Our Stage, which one is that one? Which one is that one? But yet I got the deal though. So that's important in getting the deal. So let's move on. I told you in the checklist, that was social media is really important. Social media is really important. So register on all social media platforms and freemium music platforms, because some things cost, but there's a lot of things that don't. And guess what that is for you? Free publicity. That's right, free publicity. So it's important to go and learn what these freemium sites are, so that you can expand your brand. Don't you want everybody want to expand your brand? I would think that would be the case. So expand your brand. Let's dive into photos. I'm gonna put me up because I don't want nobody being like, oh, he making fun of me, or he making fun of no. I'm gonna make fun of myself. So good photos, man. Listen, the one on the left, even though I think I look cool, got some little suaveness to it. You see my little platinum in the back, but that's not a professional photo. A profession, that's not it. It looked cool. It might be cool for a social media post, but that's not a professional photo. If you look to the one to the right, we see me with the bald head, the cool glasses, the little Gucci scarf, and the leather jacket. It serves artists. And so at the end of the day, that's what it does. Bugaj, what up? And so photos is important. And so in this case, the one on the left, not so good. One on the right can go into a magazine. In fact, it was a cover. I meant to put the cover up there. You would have seen it, made it on the cover of Rise magazine. And yeah, it was a great photo. You know what I mean? So photos are important. When you're taking pictures, make sure that you take print-worthy pictures. Don't just take one because you think you look cool. Learn the trends, figure out what's out there, what color schemes is happening, what patterns are happening. Is it mauve today and apricot tomorrow? And what I mean? These things are important, because if you look at all the things that are trending in the fashion magazines, the commercials, you'll see the color change. In fact, if you look up to the top right here, where you see $ MC Nice, feel free to cash at me, for my information, just if you want to donate for all because I'm doing the work for you. So if you want to donate, that's fantastic. That's where you go do it at. But if you look at the color scheme behind it, you'll see that it's got this purple-like hue, and even the mauve color, because guess what? That's the Pantones for right now. And when my new album come out, that'll be the same color scheme. I tend to go with the schemes of the Pantones of the seasons, because guess what? When marketing companies are putting marketing dollars behind certain things, they look for those. They want to know, are you in trend? Are you up to date with the movement? Are you up to date with these things? And 9 times out of 10, some people really aren't. So when it comes to pictures, please choose one that's representative of going into print. Same with websites. So if you look to the left, this website where it says lingscars.com is full. It's cluttered, right? Really hard to read, hard to understand. But if you look to the right of it, you see one that's clean, that it translates well, right? So if you're an artist, you want you got to have a website, even though people think that it's a relic. It's really not, because all it is an information hub, right? So it's an information hub for you as an artist. That's right. Instead of sending people over here, over there, go to my Instagram, go to my TikTok, go to my wiki, go to my Facebook, your website becomes the hub where they can do all of that. And guess what? You get to upsell them. You get to give them information strictly about you. Then there's no competition. When you have to go to a Instagram, and they might go to your page and then thumb up, and all of a sudden the interest is gone, because they done tapped into the feed. That feed. That can really get with people at sometimes. So have a website, feed them there. And if they go into another restaurant, that's okay, but at least you have your own situation. Feed them there, and then if they choose to go elsewhere, at least you got you got them in front of your situation. So that's the most important thing, is to do that. And so having a clean website is very, 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 very important. And as an artist, that's what you should do. Get you a clean one. Let's see who tapped in. Websites are where people buy. Let's see. Emily has something very important to say. Websites are where people buy from you directly. Super relevant. Yeah, absolutely. That's where they buy from you directly. Facts. And no lies told there. That's for certain. So we went into what we have here. We went into registering on trademarks, taking some great photos, creating a website, and then bam, a solid bio. I'm gonna show you mine. I actually happen to have a little more than one page, but normally bios are one page. In my case, I've done so much things that I have to add a little more here and there, but create a solid bio. It's all about the 5 W's. Anybody familiar with the 5 W's? I ain't gonna wait for you to answer. Who, what, when, where, and why. Who are you? What you represent? You know what I'm saying? And then obviously, if it's a bio, you want to tell people when things are happening. And then who, what, when, where it's happening, where it's coming out at, where you're going to be, where are you making these situations, and why? Why should we care about you? Why should we be in tune with who you are? You know what I'm saying? Why? So in your bio, you should cover that: the who, what, when, where, and why, and then add the H. How you can get to me, how you can buy my music, how you can listen to me, how you can do. Man, at the end of the day, when you got a solid bio, then 9 times out of 10, some people are going to reach out to you because they want to know more. But if you ain't got no solid bio, why are they interested? Once again, if you're tapping in, please like, subscribe, and join my channel, man. Or if you need the list, nicethemusicmentor@gmail. If you ain't there, then you ain't getting it. I'm sorry. I put in a lot of work. So that's what it is. But anyway, man, we're going to go from there, and we're going to go into cover art. I'm about to wrap this thing up because, I told you I want to make it quick, but concise, but very informative. We're going into cover art. Now, I'm going to answer Emily's question from last week. I seen that she made a question as we was tapping out. So I'm definitely going to get back, back to that or right when we finish. So album single cover art. It provides the listener with an initial glimpse into the style, mood, and atmosphere of the music. A well-designed cover can effectively convey the essence of the artist's vision and create a strong connection between the music and the audience. I bet y'all didn't know this though. Boom. Cover art can influence up to 60 to 70% of the purchasing decisions. So some people may come to you, see your cover art and not buy your record. You see what I'm saying? They might not even buy your record. And that's that's just, and it might have a fire album too. And that's based on, because the cover art wasn't great. That's what's up. Appreciate that, Marcella. Appreciate that. As we go, people will know. So it's one of those things where, if you build it, they'll come. But I'm gonna build it, and if you don't come, that's on you. But those that do come will be successful if you really stick to it and you really go in on it. And so for me, that's where I'm at with it. Cover art is important. Cover art can influence up to 60 to 70% of the purchasing power. Real facts. So, little FYI, I got a new album coming out, and we're getting ready to announce the actual sale date, the pre-sale date, and I want you guys to be sure to get it. But here's my cover art. Tell me, just based on the cover, if you would buy the album, or if you would go even listen to it or consider it. Cover art is important. If you look at this cover art per se, you'll see three doves. If you notice, if you've been following my my career, you know that I put out the 3 albums, right? Act 1, Act 2, and this is the final one, Act 3. And if you look at the picture, there's 3 doves, and Kumbaya is really, is really about, come to me, my Lord, right? And if you look at the picture, you'll see the eyes. You see my eyes, and then you see a man descending, right? And so this whole cover tells the story of the album. And at the end of the day, your cover art should make people want to listen. Real facts. So today, like I said, we didn't get into EPKs because I knew we weren't gonna get into it, because I want to make that a special breakdown, so you really know how to create an electronic press kit that is going to be worthy of someone to really get at you and get into. So before I go, if there's any question, please ask. And then to talk about Emily's question last week, I think it was about financing your career or your albums or something like that. I'm not going to get there until later on. I'm going to talk to that, but the front part of this, the first part of this is really about establishing yourself, getting yourself situated or getting yourself made right so that you can go attract investors for your album, or you can have yourself situated right to where people will believe in you as an artist and not you as a friend. Because you do have those people that are friendly support you, right? But that's just it. They're not out promoting your album. They're not out, they might promote it to their family, but they're not going hard for you. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's a matter of, okay, let's build you up. Let's get you to understand what you need to do. And then once you know what you need to do, let's start implementing these things, right? And then when you start implementing these things, you'll craft yourself in a way to where you look presentable, or more than presentable, you ready to go. And when you're ready to go, guess what happened? Believers come. People go, oh, I like what you're doing. I like the new you. Oh, I like those new pictures. I like. And so that's the most important part of what's going down right now. Creating a list, right? Going through that list, helping you as an artist carve out these things so that you can become the best artist and release records properly so that you can have the best results. Most people don't have the best results is because they just really throwing records out there with no real plan. They might have one or two things they want to do with it, but there's no real plan with it. So for me, it's a matter of getting the list right, putting yourself together right, presenting yourself right, and then you'll give yourself a chance to win. Understanding all the rules and regulations, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Apple Music, Pandora, Last FM. If you really up on the rules and you submit records properly to them, guess what? You get to make the playlist. Spotify has, curated playlists that all they're asking you to do is adhere to their rules, which is a submission thing. They want to have the record 4 weeks, 5 weeks before, and most of y'all submit records a week before, 2 weeks before, and they're not considering them. Why? Because you didn't follow the standard, the submission guidelines. So that's very important. The most important thing you can do as an artist is read. So with that being said, no further questions. 30 minutes is out. I want y'all to tap into me next week. We're gonna get into the next half of this list, which is pretty much we're gonna talk. Well, I'm gonna take a whole show and dedicate it to creating a playlist. I'm sorry, not a playlist, an EPK. Wait, somebody got a question? Oh, Kenosha. What up, Kenosha? Way to tap in. So next week, I'm going to be talking about EPKs. It's going to be very important for people to tap in because the EPKs is pretty much what you the thing you're going to need when tapping into when submitting to different people, whether it's licensing companies, whether it's record companies or whomever you submit to. When you have a solid EPK, you'll see you'll be surprised as to how far you go. So that's what's up. So you know what time it is. Nice, the Music Mentor. Please, reach out to others, have them like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you know when I'm coming back. And we're going to get out of here. Nice, the Music Mentor, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. And it's on.
Je veux que vous écoutez à la musique de Gypsy City.
It all started in El Paso. I mean, that's where I'm from. Although I was born in Los Angeles, El Paso is where I spent my life. From kindergarten to the start of high school. My mother relocated me and my brother so that we wouldn't be caught up in the gang life that was becoming the way of life in LA. Chuco Town. That's where I fell in love with God and hip hop. I'm MC Nice.